everybody, welcome to Desis and Dragons. My name is Indrani. I am no longer the Desi Master, I am back to being the Dungeon Master. But what a glorious week that was. Let me introduce you to the players who are playing Dungeons and Dragons with me today. Starting off with a wonderful new hairstyle, Indrani.
Heyo! Hello everybody, my name is Indrani. I will be playing Talvar the Forge Cleric today, who... Oh fuck, my keycap came up. No, it's fine. Who is going through some shit, you guys, and is currently being has been forced asleep, I believe, after choosing not to sleep. Oh, so you'll see. It's pretty rough out here. And
in the words of one of our Discord members, Talvar saw the darkest path and took a sled right down it. So.
Yep. That's me.
Well,
I love that shit. I love, like, if the DM is like, I'm gonna fuck you, or I'm like, do it. I'm right there with you.
Yeah.
Odd way of living a masochistic life, but you know.
Yeah. Someone who is very familiar with the masochistic behavior of towards and by DMs, Shubham Mehta.
Hello. Yes, I'm Shubham. I play Pewter, a Warforged monk. Usually very monotonous and very childlike. In previous session, my highlights were breathing fire into a bar room, threatening everyone there, blaming all the problems that were going on my friend Talvar, even though I probably had something to do with it. And then getting down so that I wasn't even the one resolving the fight. Needless to say, psychologically tip-top shape. This is going to work out great. I believe episode 21, which currently reads as episode 20, my bad, is going to be the one, guys, where a lot of drama just unfolds. So yeah, looking forward to that. Hooray for massacres.
This is the episode where we're all grown up. We're all legally old enough to drink and make the right choice, make all the wrong choices. And the person who's going to keep us on the straight and narrow, we have Alika Gupta.
Who said I was gonna do that?
Wow.
That's true, no one. We're all doomed.
That's right. I'm not here to make good choices. Hi, I'm Malika. I'm playing Medu de Vidalis, the human beast heart with a faithful companion Cosmo by her side at all times. Trying to keep this group going? Probably not. No, I'm just here to egg them further into darkness.
Yes.
Why not both?
Why not both?
What if Medu's whole plan at the time is to egg us on into darkness and she's going to keep us together but in darkness?
Yes.
He's Sauron.
To be honest, I think that was Alika's plan. Whether or not that's Medu is a whole other discussion.
Medu has strong... calling Medu straight is a disservice to everything about her.
Calling anyone but Pewter in this group straight is a disservice to
them.
Yeah.
This is true.
Calling Pewter any sexuality is a problem in itself. That's a different conversation.
Interesting.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Yeah. All right. So, moving on from like exciting sexuality to that. Before we begin our adventure, having a recap, does anyone want to announce any announcements?
Yes, I do. I have
How
an announcement
intuitive.
for you.
Woo! Announcement time.
What a segue.
Yeah, awful segue. But we have a Discord server where we do a bunch of different games. In fact, we have like 16. Somebody pointed this out today. I think it was Ari who pointed out that we have like 16 server campaigns going. And it's a great place to meet people, play D&D, play every other TTRPG you could possibly think of. We're almost at 600 members, guys. Crazy. So if you would like to join, link is in the description. And the second announcement, which will also be related to the server, is that on Friday, which is the 4th,
Day after tomorrow.
Yes, yeah, day after tomorrow, on Friday the 4th at 9:30 p.m. IST, we are going to have our second The Legend of Vox Machina watch party. And during the watch party, we will be giving away some cool gifts, like giveaways. We're gonna be doing some fun stuff. I can't be sure what it's gonna be until Friday, just yet, but it'll be fun stuff. So come hang out.
Just a heads up, if you come into the chat at 9:30 p.m. and you're throwing spoilers, you don't get a prize, and we all get very sad at you.
This is
Because some
true.
people...
I won't be there, so enjoy, guys.
Oh, that's right. Shubham's going to be
More
dealing
prizes
with
for me.
dramatic shit on Friday.
Dun, dun,
But then
dun.
Sunday, I'll be catching up on Vox Machina 3 times in repetition because it's the only way I can numb myself.
Wow, jeez.
I would ask you to tell us. I would ask you to tell us why it is you're having a hard time, but this will be recorded and on the internet forever. And on the
Yeah.
off chance that
Yeah, we
someone
don't
sees it-
want to expel any unnecessary information.
Yeah.
Moving on to
Yeah.
important things like this game that we have, Chirag.
Yes.
Yes, we are moving away from potential trauma to escapism, to a world far different from ours, a world of Eberron, where last time our heroes went for a nice drink at a bar. They got into a fight with an ogre and his gang. Then they set the bar on fire. They got into a fight with a couple of retiree trolls. A bunch of drag sand kobolds in disco clothes threw a flaming Molotov into one of the trolls' throats. There were fights. There were fireballs. There were all kinds of things going on. At one point, Pewter was knocked unconscious, broken by a seafood, like shellfish. Brought back up. Talvar was like, "All right, I'm going to go out. I'm going to face the police. I'm going to do this," and Noga was just like, "Oh, I feel really bad about this, but how about a nap?" And put Talvar to sleep. Has not addressed that as you guys snuck away with Henrietta all the way to House Drask, the only dragon-marked house currently allowed in Great Crag, and really the only connection Drome as a whole has with the other nations. And you have kind of been brought in here into this large infirmary wing with Henrietta, where currently Pewter and Maydu are having a bit of a confrontation. They're trying to say, "What the heck are you doing, Pewter?" Because Pewter did accuse Talvar of being responsible for everything. Everything that went wrong was Talvar's fault. And
as it usually is.
they're trying to unpack that. Meanwhile, someone is having a lovely dream of the best Flumph ever, the wisest silly around. Just having a great time with that. But yeah, currently we're not in the dream world. Currently, we are in the waking world, where our players have to face the greatest challenge they've ever faced before: consequences for their actions.
Oh no!
Yeah, that's a high CR encounter every time.
There's this one review that Girlfriend Reviews does where she talks about The Last of Us 2, and she says that there is no difficulty level for empathy or like emotional stuff, and like that just was like, oh, that's true. Like you can play any game and it can be like difficult or easy, but when things hit hard, there's nothing you can do about it. Anyway, I don't want to digress. Please, let's play.
No, we should plug small channels like Girlfriend Reviews. They need it.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah. So we come back not to Girlfriend Reviews. We come to Daisies and Dragons, the Broken 12, as we come to this infirmary ring, which is most basically empty. You've kind of been told, Henrietta kind of told the nurse Orc to leave, and has brought you guys kind of here. She is still a little has been kind of asking, what the heck is going on? You guys are keeping things from me. What the fuck is happening? And right now, Maydu has grabbed Pewter and pinned him against the wall and is asking.
Go ahead, Maydu. Ask me.
No, that sounds weird.
Ask me to death.
No, I'll have got you against the wall and basically just say, you can't put the responsibility of your actions onto someone else. Okay, you may just be. I get it. You're a youngish robot. You may not know everything, but at least when you've done something wrong or messed something up, it doesn't even need to be something wrong. It's fine. You got to take your own responsibility. Talvar's under enough stress as it is.
How is this my mistake?
I believe you ended up instigating a fight.
I told them to mind their own business. Was that not the right thing to do?
Okay, Talvar is better at this explaining stuff, but I'm going to give it a shot. It's okay if you tell them to mind their own business. I agree, they may have been a little rude and nosy, but tone matters. And unfortunately, your words got them riled up. Maybe it's the drink as well that was affecting them. But it escalated a situation. Also, we're in a nation that we don't really understand the rules and laws and customs and traditions of, so we might be in a lot more trouble, and we should keep our heads down as much as we can.
The rules and traditions and nature of this place are as weird to me as the ones in Sean. And I did have a different tone, which is new for me. However, my tone was then a result of Talvar acting weird, so therefore it is Talvar's fault.
Oh, is it? And like Henrietta thing, was it Talvar's fault when you told your kobold's fan club to set things on fire? Is that what happened? Was that her fault too?
I said flame on. I may
And
have.
what did you think that was going to happen when you said that?
I expected them to breathe fire, to be honest, like me.
So you expected fire. You expected fire. You
But not
wanted them to set
Molotov
things on
cocktails.
fire.
There's a difference. I can see the issue with that particular statement. That one was not my fault. However, we only got to that situation because Talvar was acting weird. Therefore, it's still her fault.
Okay.
Talvar was
Again,
acting weird.
here's the
So you
thing.
wanted to set a bar on fire.
Yes.
Oh, this logic circuit needs changing. Here's the thing, though. Pewter, listen to me.
Okay.
Talvar may have messed with your internal systems, but you are still a logical, reasoning, and thinking being. It is still your choice. She has not taken away choice and free will from you. Therefore, it is not necessarily her fault. She may have made things a little harder for you, but we've discussed this and we can't help it right now unless, we get you on some kind of, I don't know, operating table and like fiddle around there again.
My issue
But
is
for the
not with
time-
the changes implemented in my system and the presence of the Kyber crystal. It is to do with Talvar simply acting odd. Her playing with different possible divine powers, or going from, I forget the police officer's name in Sean, to, and then I look at Henrietta.
Uh,
That's how
No,
And then
no
consider
one picks up and says, "Do you mean Luther?" And then he like,
Luther.
looks at Henrietta and then looks back to you, and it's like, she's like, "Who is Luther? Why is?" And she's like,
Nobody, don't worry about it. It's just some
"Make a
random-
deception check."
Oh wow! This isn't even made of being a liar.
This is some fucking sexist shit, okay? I'm asleep, sorry. I'm asleep.
This is
Yeah,
being made of being a liar. She just didn't care about the whole
Oh, okay,
Luther situation. But yes, it is a bad role. What is my deception? That's a 6.
Okay. See the thing, I don't really see how that's relevant. Whatever you're talking about, like, is it supposed to be relevant? I don't know why we're talking about it, Pewter.
Well, my concern is with the way Talvar's acting, and that is part of the issue. Then she also tried to stop and pick a fight with the mob that was chasing us to the thing, which is, to say the least, self-destructive. You ask me to act
Okay.
logical, however, that is not in any way logical. What did she think she was going to do?
If she is being self-destructive, that doesn't mean you have to follow in her path.
I wasn't being self-destructive. I was calling her out on her self-destructive.
Oh, by setting the bar on fire. I see.
The bar on fire was a result of her behavior. It wasn't me trying to destroy myself. I believe that perhaps this will be easier if I talk to Talvar and see what she has to say. I am in her care and she should know better.
Nogu has been like at Talvar's side. He's like at the bed. He's like holding her hand. He's just like saying, "Sleep's not supposed to last this long. Sleep's only supposed to be like a minute. Why is she still sleeping? You know?
Maybe she's really tired.
Why is she so tired?
She's had we've all had a rough couple of days.
I guess maybe. Oh,
Very cinematically, after the fight, at this point, you see some of the vials from my Ouch. Just roll out.
Oh, jeez.
Who's like doing that reaction? Henry just looks at her like, oh, 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 this isn't good. This is not good at all.
Do I know what this is?
Wait,
You might. Give me a medicine check.
That's an
Oh, bless you.
yes.
excuse me. Medicine is 19. No, sorry, 20 total.
Comes out to different names, and like it pulls up in your memory banks of just like there were some soldiers back then who would take this mix, which you never quite understood what was in it, because like you were a warforged, it would have done nothing for you. But it's essentially an adrenaline stimulant that's supposed to keep you going, but it comes with like without sleep. But the problem is, it's not really designed for like humans to use. So there have been like reports, and like you literally have like warnings in your minds, like taking this frequently over 2 days, 2 days or more may cause serious health side effects. And also with a 20, you know that once you do sleep, it kind of makes up for the sleep that you missed.
Right. I look at who's holding the vials right now.
Henrietta's holding one, and Nogu
Right.
passed one to you.
All right. I have a look at and I'll look at Maiden. It's like, do you know what this is?
It smells like that coffee thing they were having, those people who were transporting us here.
It is a stimulant that soldiers took during the war to keep themselves going, and it prevents them from sleeping so that they can stay in action. If Talvar's been taking this, she's going to be making up for all the sleep that she's lost. So,
That was
about
for,
my
like,
point about
2,000
being
pounds.
self-destructive.
I agree that still doesn't excuse you acting up. And I'll just say, listen, okay, we're going to put a pin in this for now because this discussion is clearly not getting us anywhere. We need to get rid of these vials first, though. I don't want her to take more of this.
I mean, is there anything left?
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
one empty vial and 2 full vials.
Uh,
It would be good.
I have a better idea.
What? No!
What? You don't
Oh.
even know what my plan is.
I can see it in your non-expressive face, Pewter.
That's a very impressive skill set you have. If Talvar wants to do self-destructive things, we should perhaps give her a taste of medicine that she doesn't appreciate that much. How about we replace this with a substance that just tastes disgusting but looks the same?
You want to pull a prank on Talvar?
Well, this way we can catch her in the act and then hold her accountable. Otherwise, knowing Talvar, she will wake up and deny that she had anything.
You've known her longer than I have. I don't know how I feel about this.
I don't expect to put anything in there that is dangerous or in any way has any effect except tasting bad and maybe coloring her tongue a funny color.
You want to make is Peter gonna make this himself?
I can work with Nogu to make this.
Oh,
Nogu is this really like the right way to get someone to stop taking
yeah.
harmful narcotics?
Oh, wait.
You want to persuade it?
Is this an addiction thing? Do they get addicted to this?
With your 20, I'll let you say. With your 20, I'm like, it can be like a problem.
Yes,
like, even
they
if
can
like,
become
survive,
dependent on the system.
It can, because like it's losing sleep and like it can become addictive.
I should also point out that the voice in my head that comes back when the memories return is more polished than the one I have. Really interesting. You would think it would sound the same as me. It doesn't. Sounds better.
It's a recorded logs from a very superior warforged who was reporting this information to you,
There we go.
while also sounding a bit condescending. You should really be knowing this, but of course you would have to. Yes, Pewter Unit 5671. I'm just like going.
There you go.
Wow. Wait, okay. If this is addictive, this is just going to cause a problem because then she's going to think we've hoarded the original thing somewhere.
Oh, you'll get rid of the original.
Yeah, but we need to do this in front of her so that she knows that this is like not cool and that we're not going to like have this happening again. I don't want to like go behind her back and destroy it exactly. I don't know.
Very well. I have already created trouble by asking the kobolds to flame on. I will therefore consider your suggestion as the one to follow.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
As long as we
Peter,
are
would
clear
you
that
mind rolling
Talvar
a
is still at fault for some of the things that have happened.
Peter, could you roll a d20 for me? Just basic d20.
Yeah, that's an 18.
Okay, that was a perception check to see if any kobolds heard you say flame on.
Oh no.
Okay. Don't worry about it. It's fine. There's no kobolds in the house to ask.
Okay.
In the building, anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, we cut away nearby building. They've got this thing. Like, okay, we've heard the word. Let's spread it. And the kobolds are running about. You may see them later. You might not.
I might need to get my posse in check. I have no idea what I've created. This is like Frankenstein's monster. Sorry?
It's like
Do something about them.
Yeah, this is like a Rick and Morty fan club, except I had no hand in creating it. I just thought I was having a moment in the limelight. Turns out they are far more toxic than I realized.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't get to miss. I will take narcotics.
So,
Can I do that then?
Henry,
Fine.
so what are you guys, any of you holding the vials? Are you like moving away? Are you trying to convince Nogu to help you do this like plan? What are you trying
I
to
will take all the vials and put them in my storage inside my chest cavity.
You have like storage like on your chest, but I don't think you can open up your chest because
All right.
last time your chest was open. Yeah. But you have like slots and things you can like hide stuff in. That's fine. But you can't
Sure.
open up your full chest because they needed surgery to open up. Yeah, there we go. That's fine. That's fine. So you've hidden it away. That's fine. Henriette, Noga's like, maybe we need something to like help wake her up or something. Wake them up or something.
Well, I would generally agree, but if this is going to make up for all the lost sleep that she's been missing, maybe it's a good thing.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, like, all she needs to do is rest for like a few hours. That's fine, right? We're not in any hurry. Noga says, like, Henrietta's like, well, actually, and then the door to like the is like open, like slams open, and you hear big heavy footsteps, like a man's big heavy foot, like, and also like you see walking in there, dressed in looks like some kind of like brass armor, like a long cloak, but a long cloak behind him made of some kind of like orange or orange color, like trailing behind him, very Ned Stark style. Coming, you see this large orc. His hair is just like balding, so it's just around the ears at this point. This man, big teeth, big sternum. He's got like druidic tattoos above his eyes. He's like coming in, looking at you with these like big golden eyes, and he's just stepping in here proudly into the room, and he just says like, Henrietta, what is the meaning of all this? Listen, hey, Canto, listen, it's nothing. It's just, and I looks at like, you have brought every time you come back into the city, you bring trouble to the house. What? No, listen. This time it's not like that. Listen. Come on, listen. And this is like, look, all right. It's not like that. Just stop. You always make these accusations, all right? It's not like that. You will not talk to your father like this that way. And he's backing out. You see like this large orc just like looking at all of you, so like, well,
I'm your father, and I kind of take a step back just against the wall. I'm like, I don't want to get involved in family drama.
Yeah, looks at all of you, so like, so which of you is responsible for attacking a pair of retiree trolls and setting a bar on fire?
Of retiree trolls?
Yes, they were retired members of the troll guards.
Really good fighters for retirees.
So is that an admission of guilt?
Well,
We'll say we all take the blame. In part, we probably, yeah. Yeah, it was all of us.
I mean, but when we say all, it's also them. They were also to blame.
Oh, so they also set the bar on fire.
In a manner of
No.
speaking, sure. It's
Yeah.
all about
So
consequences. You see, if you take
Yes.
actions, there are consequences. And they took the action of interfering in our business. When I told them to
Oh.
back away, they didn't. Then they attacked, so I attacked back, and therefore there was a
Mhm.
fire.
Well,
Not tutors.
I am
Forget
so
it.
glad that you said it like that. Because let me explain the consequences of your actions.
Oh my God.
My daughter may not have told you, House Drask has a very special relationship with the nation of Drome. We are the only outsiders who are allowed to have permanent residence here. Now, if it is found out that House Drask is harboring a group of outsiders who attacked the tavern, set it on fire, incited a kobold mob, and nearly killed 2 troll retirees, it is going to be very bad, and you have got into my business. Am I speaking in a language you can understand, Warforged?
What language is he speaking?
Common.
Okay.
He also said some swear words in Orcish at the end, which you also understand.
Yeah, sure. Sounds a bit rude, but I understand what you're saying.
Now, yes.
If it makes any difference, Henrietta was not involved in it, and she tried to get us out of there as quickly as possible.
But he looks at your hand. You're not wearing gloves, right?
I am wearing a glove, so I'm raising the hand which has only 3 fingers, and this has a leather.
Okay, all right. Okay, but like it's like you're covering up your dragon mark, so he can't see it.
Mostly, yeah. There might be a little bit of a tealish glow.
Okay, yeah. So you raise up your hand, and he's like he sees you. Says, "Yes, is there a problem?"
No, I mean,
You wish to add?
No, I just want to further clarify that while it was the 3 of us fault, Henrietta had nothing to do with it and tried to get us out of there as quickly as possible. And also know who had nothing to do with it. He's a child.
I mean, I did kind of like put my friend into a sleep that might be an eternal sleep, but I don't know how to wake them up. Oh my god, I don't know how this fairy tale ends. Do I need to get a needle from the sewing girl to like wake her up? What do I do? What do I do?
No, get a grip. Okay, breathe.
You. And I look down and like, you. Who are you? Like, I'm Nogu. I'm a gatekeeper from the Shadow Marsh. Like, oh, my apologies. I do not mean to offend one of the gatekeepers. Are you?
Shadow Marsh.
You know, suddenly his tone is like much nicer. And it's still like stern, but like it's neutral as opposed to hostile when it was with you guys.
Sure.
I did not mean to. I did not wish to offend the work of a gatekeeper, even one young as yourself. Thank you. I just would you. Is there any way you could like help my friend Talvar? She's kind of like. I think she's going to sleep forever. Looks down. He like his druidic marks start to glow, and he just like puts his hand over your fingers, and he just says like, "Awake," and your eyes wake up. You feel like the dream. You're like having this relaxing dream. You're on a flump. Suddenly, your eyes. You feel yourself kind of like charged with like some kind of energy, and you're no longer resting on a flump. You're resting on a pillow in an infirmary wing.
Is the flump still here?
No. You look around. There's no flump. You hear in your voice, "I'll always be there, waiting for you."
Oh man.
My eyes just shoot open, and the moment I realize that I've been asleep, I just freak out. I look around and like, how long have I been out?
How long has she been out?
We ran away about 15 minutes ago.
So like 15 minutes.
Okay. I didn't leave anybody's presence, did I?
No.
Don't
Are
worry.
you sure?
Yeah, we were here all the whole time. Henrietta was carrying you. No, Peter was carrying you.
Whoa! I didn't scan I didn't scan you unconscious. I don't know these accusations. The dad is like looking at her reaction and looking at you and looking back and says like,
My mistake, Pewter was carrying you. It's fine. We were all here the whole time.
The whole
Don't
time?
worry about it. Yes, the whole time.
Yeah.
Cosmo was here too.
Why are you worried if
Yeah.
you weren't being watched?
If
I
see her
gave
just sort of,
Pewter a very pointed look.
It's a perfectly valid question. Why were you worried that you weren't being watched?
well, what if I don't know, gone off and done something again? I can't be trusted. I shouldn't sleep.
Oh,
No.
that explains a lot. Is this why you? And then I pull out one of the empty vials. Is this why you were drinking this stuff?
Hey, where'd you find that?
We went through your bags.
Why?
No,
Because-
I said, that's not true. It just fell out of your sleeves. We're terrible friends.
Noku, you're not terrible friends. In fact, why are you crying? I'm just.
No, I've been sleeping for 100 years.
Noku.
You got 15 minutes.
And I just hold Noku. I'm like, fine, are you fine? Look.
No, I'm okay, I think. No, you're okay. Ooh.
I'm losing
Like,
it.
Candace is like shaking his head. The dad is just like looking at us like, all right. So, as much as I don't know how to respond to any of what is going on, you are having, but I think you should all, now that you are awake, it's probably best that all of you depart. When the mob comes hunting for you, I would rather you were not here.
If you're not here, the mob will probably find us. That's not a good thing.
Well, not for you. Absolutely not.
No, but it's reasonable enough.
Come on, Kanto. That's the thought. Come on.
Wait. Oh no.
What?
I remember what everything that happened while I was drunk, right? You have to
Yeah.
roll for that.
Yeah, you remember.
I look back and I just say, I was going to. I told them it was my fault. Why did you have to pull me back? You could have left.
I'm
This is-
sorry.
Fine, Nogu, it's fine. You're okay.
I made you fall asleep.
There
You're
are too
acting
many-
very strange. You
Uh,
wanted to get arrested by troll cops.
I'm holding Nogu and. Okay. I'm just gonna hold Nogu and then say, listen, I just need you to take a deep breath, all right? You're okay. Things are okay. And as I'm holding him, I'll cast calm emotions. Just
Okay.
to sort of provide some respite from
That's an area. Is that an area effect or is that?
it is.
personal?
It is an area of effect. So
Right, everyone roll wisdom saves. I
Right.
think.
charisma.
I don't want to be calm. I
Charisma
want to this shit up. Hang on. Wisdom save. Oh, okay, it's not so bad.
Yeah, it's not good enough. I roll an 8.
That fails.
Okay.
19.
What's the
Fails.
what's
19?
fail.
Yes.
Oh no, not 19. Sorry. What was that
What's your
doesn't
DC?
my DC is 13
Oh, okay.
Okay.
What's your wisdom?
So,
plus 3. It's fine.
yeah. So
Oh, that's
Henrietta
not
is still So as the thing goes, Nogu chooses to fail. You're automatically it's like, this feels good. This feels like relaxing. Henrietta is still looking a little frustrated, a little worried. You see there's a lot of emotions is there. But you see Kanto and he's staring and he's just maybe I'm being too harsh. Maybe I am being too harsh. I mean, you are a friend of a gatekeeper, and and he takes a seat. He does a lot of tension that was in his shoulders seems to have departed. And he just sits on the bed next to yours.
Is everybody feeling a little
Sure.
okay? Something is wrong with my character sheet because my max hit points have gone down to 14, and
Oh, so
I'm pretty sure my
You had more than that. You had more.
yeah, and my DC is in 13. I'm pretty sure, but it's fine. I'll fix it. I'll see what's wrong.
Perfect. Yeah. Well, I'll look at it later. Still, now, so Kanto's like says like, maybe you don't have to go immediately. Why don't you tell me a bit more about? Why don't you just tell me a bit more about what happened?
Would be glad to
I
reveal
apologize. You were asleep. My name's Kanto Torn of
Kanto.
House Drask.
Kanto Thorn.
Torn.
Torrn.
Kanto Torn. Okay. It's nice to meet you. Thank you for having us here.
Yeah, whatever.
No problem.
I look at
Thank
Pewter. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm perfectly fine.
I look at Medu doing that and I'm like, all right. I'm glad you're. Are you still hurt? Do you still need help?
I've taken some damage, but I'll probably recover after some rest.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of which, a bunch of us have taken a little bit of hurt from that bar fight. So we thank you very much. And I just address Kanto. We thank you very much for giving us the time to recover, at least before we are sent off. It is appreciated.
Yes.
Jesus. No problem. No worries. Is there any? Actually, I want to ask. For Talvar, are you wearing anything like how does your dragon mark express itself again? Does your dragon mark glow when you use your powers?
It does, and it goes up the side of my neck, so you can see quite a bit of it. And I have like a mohawk situation, so you can see it.
Yeah. So yeah,
Exposed.
you can see him look at you as your dragon mark is glowing, and even though he's fairly chill because of calm emotion, he does narrow his eyes down for a moment as he sees that and shakes his head.
I look at him. I'm like, sorry, that wasn't for you. That was for my friend. I should have thought this through.
The fact your house Janet is uncomfortable, but it is not something you can help. I imagine.
Yeah, I tell myself that every day. But
Is there a problem with being of a house?
You don't. Oh, you may not be aware. House Dennett and House Drask have, for the past few years, ever since the last war, have kind of had a bit of a disagreement, more of a business rivalry.
oh my
They
god,
used to
so
be
we're
the
like Romeo and Juliet?
What relationship are you having with my daughter?
None.
Okay.
I look at her.
Henrietta's like, none? I mean, none. Right. Cantor's just looking at that. He's got low charisma but very high wisdom, so that doesn't fool him for a second. As he just shakes his head. Says yes, we have been House Dennett used to be very well established in the mercenary field. Their human mercenaries were in high demand with their special powers. But since the war, with House Drome, House Drask has been providing various monstrous mercenaries. And through that aspect, we have been able to establish better relations with Drome and for orcs and half-orcs everywhere. In addition to that. But Dennett does not appreciate the competition. And we do not appreciate how they choose to not appreciate us, if that makes sense.
For what it's worth, I'm glad you guys are here. I have nothing to do with them. And I'll say as much to them if they come knocking.
If they show up to Drome, we're in more problems than we think.
I don't think they're planning to come to Drome, but just you know
Sure.
what? Sorry, I just need to talk to my friends real quick.
All right. Takes a moment. Oh, you want me to go?
Oh, you can stay. It's just gonna get really awkward.
No, please leave.
I have no.
For that, I'm going to stay.
I like this. She's stubborn.
I turn to Nogu and I'm still holding on to Noga. I turn to Medu and Pewter, and I say, I know I've been acting out, and I'm sorry.
Why have you been acting out?
Well, it's not. I did something that I thought would help, but it's just changed everything for me. And
What is this something?
I jerk my chin towards the Kyber crystals in his chest. And
You didn't do this consciously, did you?
no, but I made them consciously to try to get us out of that sticky situation. But I don't know what the fuck happened, and now they're all up in my head, and I can't go to sleep without trusting myself to not hurt one of you.
Is this why you were trying to stay awake?
Yeah.
And Noga's like, well, I mean, how many? I mean, like, it's not like you know where there's any other Kyber crystals you can dig up. I mean, I don't think it could
well,
happen again.
Yeah, but something else might. I don't know.
Listen,
Something else might, that is possible, yes. However, not sleeping is not an option, and taking narcotics is definitely not an option, especially when you're in charge of taking care of me. If you are not around, then who is going to fix me up if I die?
Yeah. We all need you to help fix us up. We all need to fix each other up. Nogu's like saying he's not crying because you've calmed emotion on him, but you know that's the only reason he's not crying.
Right.
I don't need fixing. But listen, none of that.
Wait, sorry, does Medu actually say she does not need fixing? They don't need fixing?
100%.
Yeah. Cosmo nods
Pewter's like,
along.
Pewter looks as like, says the person who abandoned Cosmo for a whole day or a few days.
Hey, that was not her fault. It was the hags.
But
we
that needed
established this.
fixing, didn't it?
Wasn't like something I could do about it.
And similarly, Talvar also did something that isn't entirely her fault. It's not like she asked to be controlled. Exactly.
Okay. We're getting distracted. I was apologizing.
Cosmo like says in Medu's mind, I think, we do not need fixing anymore. We have become perfect. And he preens a little bit.
That's vaguely concerning, but yes, more or less, I agree.
Yeah. Offers a high five.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah. But he like you see that Kanto just like looks at like your little interaction interesting, and he like says something to he says to him, and he speaks to an orc. He's like, "Is that are they a beast heart? I have no idea what you're saying. I don't know what that word means." And it says, and then he like gets quiet and just like watching you guys.
Did you call her a beast heart?
But do you speak orc?
Oh, he says the whole thing. I forgot. Sorry, my bad.
And I'm indifferent to that whole conversation.
Fair
I just want to point out, you don't. You may need to apologize only for the way you decided to take things into your hands regarding the narcotics, but the rest of it, it wasn't something that you had a conscious hand in. A lot of stuff has just happened. It's all magic, which is nuts as it is. You can't really help it. And if you're worried about like the rest of us being injured or hurt, you don't need to do that. If it makes you feel better, just
Died.
take.
He was in pieces. I pointed Pewter. How am I not supposed to?
I wouldn't have. Are you talking about me in the bar fight?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I wouldn't have been like that if I hadn't gotten into a fight, and I wouldn't have gotten into a fight if you hadn't been acting weird. So if you just talked about what's going on with you, then it would be a lot better than just bottling it and making us all feel weird. When I said that it is
the bar fights events a little differently, but fair point.
Well,
Pewter will be like what was it that you had said, which was I can't remember.
Computer's memory card just got removed.
Just see a little.
No, but listen, if you're worried about staying awake and having people, or doing your sleepwalking, sleep talking, sleep tinkering, whatever it is, we can take watches. It's not the biggest deal. Cosmo and I can take shifts and rotate. It's fine.
Yeah, but you shouldn't have to.
It's not the biggest deal. We used to do it all the time in the war.
This is a logical fallacy, and it is annoying me. And you see like a little few sparks fly out from like his circuitry. You simultaneously tell us that we don't have to take care of you, but then you feel responsible for taking care of us. Do you not see how that does not make any sense to me? And then you're worried that I'm acting weird. Well, of course I'm acting weird. You're all not doing anything that is logical.
I'm starting to like the Warforged more.
You just see
And Henry is just shaking his head.
Pewter goes to open his mouth and goes, "I've spoken enough today."
Man. He kind of looked like he was about to say something, but then he sees you're about to say something and says quiet.
No, I stopped talking because I saw Kanto on.
Would it be fair for me to say that you've had a recent change in behavior or personality due to exposure to Kyber shots?
Are you talking to Pewter now?
I was talking to Talvar.
Okay.
Well, technically, yeah. And him too, and I jerk my chin towards Pewter again. Apparently.
Yeah, and it's like it's like, are you aware? Yeah, are you aware of a phenomenon known as Kyber Madness?
What?
It is if you're not properly prepared while you are working or channeling magic through Kyber shards, it can have an effect unintended through yourself. For example, normal dragon shards, they are designed for magic to work. They naturally resonate well with magic in usually neutral or in some cases positive ways. Kyber dragon shards, however, they have a dangerous effect on the mental state of those who use them. We have some of those a lot in the Shadow Marches, and House Drask works in them quite a bit. Have you had any strange dreams or changes of personality or anything of that sort?
Yeah, but it's. I'm gonna look down at my armor. Do I see the?
You look down at the armor. That bit of the armor was chewed and bitten down by that troll you were fighting. It is completely wrecked.
I can't see if the damage.
No, it's like it is like you haven't repaired it since the fight.
Could I try to cast mending on it to see if I can fix it up a bit?
You can try, but there's a lot there's a lot of damage there. So just give me a roll, your whatever roll you use, your spell casting modifier roll plus proficiency.
Okay, I rolled an 11 plus 3 plus 2. 16.
Yeah. So yeah, you like cast it and like the metal it warps back. You have to like get a little bit more metal to kind of suit it together. And like that bit of the armor is like crisscrossed. It's like a mixture of like so that kind of red mark is kind of there, like 5 big like red marks, almost like fingers. But also like the metal is like sorting itself out. And he looks at it and he says like, "Yep, Kyber shards can leave an impact on magic for some time afterwards, as well as on your mental psyche."
How do you fix it?
Well, House Drask does have we do have methods of helping with that, especially when exposure to that for those who are not practiced. But of course, you guys are on your way out. And Henry says, "Dad, come on."
Can we pay for services of House Drask outside of this place?
Yeah, it's just he's like you can see him thinking, and he's saying, "All right, there is someone. Most of the our druids who can fix with that are somewhere else, but there is someone who in here who can help you with that in House Drask. But I don't advise going to see them. They are a bit difficult. That's a mean thing to say. And it's like, yeah, you know what me and him are like. It's like, you come on. And it's like, I can introduce you to them if you want their advice and perhaps some help with that.
Yeah.
Oh, I was hoping you would say no. And he like gets up, this large finger. He says like, well, get ready. Let's go. Let's get going. And he says like, really, he's not as bad as Kanto's saying. I promise. Like he's
Who
not
is
that bad. Really.
who is he? Is he your brother or something?
No. You're going to introduce me. No. He's going to go see. He's going to go see my father. And he's just like, yep. He's going to Autumn, my ex. And he's like leads you guys out of the room into House Drast.
Okay.
There's like a side tower that like goes for a side stair that leads further up. You see like all these like dressed like rangers and bounty hunters all up. Some looking at it just came out from the wild, which is like a big animal on the thing. Others who look like they've got mining gear, were just like walking out and about. Others who are just like talking to a couple of gargoyles, as in like teaching them some like regimented movements. You can like see that going on outside, but also like that's through a window. You can see there is something of like you can hear like yells and screams. Like some things are like outside, like the city. Something's happening in the city. There's like noise there that wasn't there before, and it's a bit more agitated as opposed to like construction work. As you guys are being led up to this tower, and you do not go up. The tower goes down. Taking these stairs, you go down and further down to it gets dark, and it's lit by mage light. As you go down to this dark room, you see like there's an acrid smell down here. There's like some mixed with the smell of incense. As you come to this like green lit room, and you can like see, looks like there's a group of people, 4 people all just like gather around this potion, this like cauldron, and they seem like working on something. It's like, all right, now they seem like chanting something in Orcish. They look like they got their hoods up. Oh no, and then no. As they're like doing this, and you can see like Kanto's just like stare, and he just like says extremely loudly and extremely brusquely, Autumn, and then like everyone like kind of just like deep cuts like what, and like the lights brighten up immediately in this room as they all just like take off. And you see like they are just like mixture of half orcs. You see a mixture of half orcs. Some of them look young, some are older, and you see like this one. You wouldn't be able to tell they were half orc. They look fairly human. They've got like bright red hair, but a little bit of a quiff. They come in, they got like one, but you see one half orc like pointed tooth, like it's mostly hidden, and they see like Kanto, Henrietta, my baby, and like he's in his big cultist clothes. He just like wanders up like my baby, and just like how I was like, oh, Papa, oh, you're embarrassing me. Oh, I was like, I always embarrass. Oh, how long has it been? Oh, Papa, like pushing me. Oh, and they're like, and who are these lovely people? Look straight at the Talvar, like, you are radiant, truly.
Because the fire, it's thank you.
Also because of that. Exactly.
Oh, thank you.
So
I look at Henrietta like, who's like,
she looks very embarrassed by her papa.
oh, can I just say, on our way down here, I would slide up next to Henrietta and just like, because her dad's here and it's fun, I'll just hold her hand.
Yeah, he saw you holding hands, so that's why he's making the big deal. He's like, oh, and I'm like, ooh, oh, this is definitely your type. I see it. I see things haven't changed. I was like, Papa, please stop. Oh, and like Kanto's just shaking his head. And he goes and says like, oh my word, what a beautiful work of art, and saying this straight to Pewter. Oh my God, you are a handsome machine, aren't you? You're a good make. I think so. Yeah. He doesn't mind that you don't respond. Turns over and says like, Oh my, what a pair! Looks at Cosmo and Medu. You, I haven't seen. This is you guys are a good match. It is so nice to meet you two, and it's like shaking your hand and his paw at the same time.
Nice to meet you too, Mr. Autumn.
Yes, Autumn Dresden. It's so nice to meet you. Yes, and not all of us are dragon marks who get to take the name of the house if they want to. Isn't that right, Henrietta? Like, Papa, please. It's fine. And so, yes, and who's this? And like Nogu's looking a little shy about all this, but like he's like warming up and he's like, "Hey, oh my God, aren't you a cute little thing?" And like is popping his little like spiky white hair. Like, okay, stop it. It's fine. It's very nice to meet you. Okay.
I
I'm not a
quickly
child.
say, like, this is Nogu. He's one of the keepers.
Keepers? Gatekeepers. And he says,
Gatekeepers,
oh,
sorry.
Oh, I see. Very, very nice. Very nice to meet you. So like, should I not be patting your head? But your head's so spiky. So spiky. I'm like, yes, I am aware of how spiky it is. And he tries to make it less spiky by patting it down, but it just pops back up. It is very. What can I do you guys for? I'm sure Kanto didn't come down to ruin a perfectly good ritual for no reason.
We need to fix our friend Talvar over here.
And Pewter.
I'm not one for the intricate working of a warforge.
I'll handle that bit. There's just we've been exposed to Kyber shards, and I think it's kind of driving me crazy. And Henrietta said that you could help.
Interesting. All right. Well, come into my.
Chirag, if you clap, it just clips the audio and it gets super loud. Yeah, don't clap that much.
Yeah. All right. Yes. Well, come into my. And as he says this, like the lights flicker. Laboratory. And like you notice, like the other cultists had been doing a little prestidigitation to make that seem more impressive. And says, "Good work, guys. Good work."
Wow, this is amazing.
Yeah.
Great teamwork.
Yeah. And like Ken says, God, these guys are the worst. It is so just. Oh God.
No, what you're saying? They seem like nice people to me.
You haven't had this. You haven't had to have dinner with them. It's always like new experiments with food, and then they want to eat it. Then they want to eat it out of a cauldron, and then just all these like strange and just don't even get me started when they want to have a summon as a pet. I mean, it's insane. It's oh, and she just he's a killjoy. Don't mind him at all. And like they bring you like near the cauldron to like this like a table that for a minute for like this like stone table that you thought was like like the top of a tomb, but then they just like wipe away some of the cobwebs and it just says examining table in like fancy font, and they just in common and in Orcish as they like lay you down. Tell Autumn what's been bothering you.
Well, I was mining some kyber crystals, and we found a pretty good amount.
Oh, nice.
And we, in the caves, we got into sort of a sticky situation, and in order for us to sort of get out of there, I pretended being the keyword here, that we were followers of the Dark Six, and there to do. It was just
sure.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened, but the kyber crystals I was holding, they sort of morphed into the symbol of the Dark Six.
So the shards morphed by themselves, and you didn't use them.
No. I was just holding them up in that shape, and I think I tried to. I mean, I arranged them in that shape. I didn't expect them to fuse into that shape. Does that make sense? Am I making any sense?
So you visualize the image of the Dark Six. Is it fair to say you're perhaps a cleric or in some way in tune with the divinity in some way?
Yes, very much so.
I can see that about you. I can see you give that energy. You give a good glow. So you connect to that, you visualize that, you have a strong connection to the divine, and maybe you use some magic in some way to like sell this deception.
Right, I think so. That's what happened. Yeah.
Well, magic is part effort, one part willpower, third part complete chance. People like to say there's a science. My daughter has studied it for quite a deal. I feel like a lot of it is mostly telling the universe what you want for it. It's like, actually, there's factors and formulas, and it's really complicated. And honey, I'm a bit older than you. I think let your papa know a few things, say a few things what he knows. Is that okay? Is that okay, honey? Is that okay?
Oh God.
So, as I was saying, when you have that kind of intent, and Kyber shards do react to that intent, your knowledge of the Dark Six has influenced that, and I believe you created some kind of spell effect, which may have resonated and left a bit of a mark on you, and maybe a bit of mark on your magic.
Yes.
I see. And you have you had
I've
any
been having
since then?
dreams about them recruiting me and fighting over me.
Oh, it's nice to be wanted, isn't it?
Well,
Oh, this is a bad thing. Okay, I understand. All right,
I-
okay, I see.
yeah. It is nice to be wanted, and I look at Henrietta and then I turn back real quick.
She blushes a little bit at that.
But not by...
She mouths not in front of my papa.
If you could hear Pewter's eyeballs rolling, you hear them rolling when she gives
There's
the
like
look
this
to
mechanical.
Henrietta. Yeah. When she gives attention to Henrietta about being wanted, the whole time he's just like,
It sounds vaguely like a cat meowing.
yes.
You installed weird sound effects into Pewter.
Yeah, the soundboard is just completely off.
So he said, like, okay, so you've had dreams where the Dark Six are kind of talking to you and it's influenced your magic some way, maybe like leaving this kind of influence behind, you'd say.
Yes, and my armor,
Well-
there was a physical rip on my...
Abysmal.
Yeah.
Okay. And you didn't want this like this, and she pointed like the design on your armor. Like the 5 like marks there.
Sorry?
This mark, and like you remember you repaired your shoulder
Yeah.
armor, and
Yeah,
like
yeah.
there's like some marks that have like expanded out.
Yeah. Yeah, the purple sort of...
Yeah, this reddish purple. Okay, interesting. I see. Yeah, definitely looks a little bit like the Fury. Maybe.
Well, I tried to hit myself and it still didn't go away, so
Why would you hit yourself?
I thought I was being
Yes, why
punished
would you hit yourself?
by my
Listen,
god.
I've never believed in in flagellation, to appease a deity. I really that kind of pain should only really be accompanied by pleasure and consent in that kind of, and like you can see Henrietta's head's in her hand.
I am joining.
What are you saying?
No.
And she's just like, so you just have to, yes, but I do not think
Like you
that's
said, I was going crazy, so I was just getting a
Okay,
little
I don't like to
desperate.
use the word crazy. Okay, it's not a good word. It isn't in the right headspace. Okay.
Okay.
All right. But I want you to know this effect that may have been left is an after effect of the magic. It is something you can embrace, or it is something we can work to remove.
I don't want to
Obviously,
embrace...
she wants to remove it. Obviously, she doesn't want this strange Kyber magic. It's like, okay, let me hear it from her and not from you, Cantor. You love to speak over people, and it's like think everyone wants to
agree
think
that-
your way.
You hear me go, yeah, second that statement.
Whose statement, Cantor's or Autumn's?
And Cantor likes to speak over everyone.
In my head, they both think he's agreeing with them.
Yeah. Well, we'll just slide. So, okay, we can work on that. We can remove this this effect. We can from your body. Just like try and get it, and hopefully it will start clearing from your mind this excess energy. If that's what you wish for me to do.
Right. Yeah. I don't want... Hold on. So you're saying that the crystals, they don't have anything to do with the Dark Six? That's just me going crazy?
Well, it really depends on faith. As you're aware, as a cleric, some people feel that the divine, the sovereign host, and the Dark Six, they work through in various ways. Some believe the Dark Six do work through Kyber shards, through different methods, and they're very popular in this they're very popular in this city. I can, of course, take you to some dark sick festivals. They're quite lovely. The kebabs are to die for. Very spicy. Kanto can't handle it. Why? Why would you say that right now? This had nothing to do with anything. Yes, absolutely. Quite a baby. Now, but I can...
I agree.
But
Why are you?
if they do work their way into the character, then yes, that makes sense. It could be seen that way. But there is a tangible after effect, side effects of using Kyber shard, which we can treat using magic.
Yes. Let's treat
I can
these.
work.
And
Excellent.
I modified my friend over here and I put a Kyber shard in him. I
Oh!
And I did it when I was asleep. I woke up and I had done it. I didn't have control over. Maybe I should have mentioned that too, but yeah, that happened.
Yes, quite useful. Oh boy. Okay, I'm gonna have to look through some books to figure out what's going on with that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to.
So the thing that I made, I've embedded it into his chest. I can take it out. It's just I don't know.
I'm gonna have to examine to see what effect that can have on because Warforged are only 32 years old. I don't know if anyone else has done that. That might be like a House Kanet thing, and if they might know what the heck to do with that. I don't
ones
know.
who've been reanimating the trolls,
Minotaur
dungeon.
skeletons?
the Minotaurs. Yeah, those guys.
They're doing what now?
I look at
Kendall's also looking shocked at this, and they're looking very confused, their whole family. And Nogu's like, "Oh no, House Kanet's mark of making has been."
Yeah, we don't know if they were doing it, but we saw their mark on the undead Minotaurs that we slayed with Henrietta.
Oh, you helped us. You helped Henrietta slay the undead. Oh, good. I was going to ask, are you able to get that order done? And yes, we managed to get the hunting done. I was going to send you the skulls, but I think we've got some here. Pass it over a skull. She looks at and she looks at it. And she he concentrates on it. He seems to cast some kind of you send some kind of magic, green magic on it, and the mark shows up, just like when you used your magic on the Minotaur. The mark of making appears, or something very similar to it. Yeah, that looks a lot like the mark of making of House Kanet, but to make undead, that's very different. Oh my, what in the world is going on? This is a very interesting bounty.
So who was the bounty by?
I looks at it we are not allowed to provide information of bounties to members of the. But she's so cute. She's so adorable, and she's making her, and she's Henrietta special. Mom, please don't put labels on things you don't understand. Please stop making assumptions. Please stop making me want to disappear into a puddle and vanish.
I look at Henrietta and just under my breath, just say, I wouldn't mind being a special son.
Bright red on green, right now on the Henrietta. And it's okay, well, this is quite adorable. This is really, and this is interesting. I do think there is some merit to knowing a bit more about that. If House Kanet is present and doing something involving undead, this is something to worry about, something to think about, and we are going to talk about it. But first, especially I'm not sure if it's related to your Warforged event, but I am going to do a little bit of research to find out more. But first, I think you want this Kyber energy extracted from you.
Yes.
All right, excellent. Well, now take off your clothes.
Should we leave?
Talvar isn't scared of nudity. She starts taking her clothes off.
But I'm not.
Nogu's oh, okay, I should probably go. He turns and walks away. Kanto is also going he's okay. Medu, Cosmo, Pyuta, are you guys heading out? Or are you guys staying?
I asked. It's up to them.
Okay.
If you're not uncomfortable, I would feel better with one of you here.
Okay,
Just in case I go crazy again.
Cool. Yeah, Henrietta is just
I'll keep
she's
guard at the door.
Oh, I shouldn't. And then doing that thing. You can tell she's kind of squished between her and the father's okay, of course. And
Future,
it's good. We all work better naked, as we've established. And He's not naked. He's still wearing. He takes off his robe, but he's wearing pants
I
underneath.
mean, she's not getting butt naked. She's just exposing the area where, like, she still has her like linens on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he looks at it like, well, we'll work with what we can. And
Future's keeping
Yeah.
watch outside the room. He's not in the room.
sure. Yeah, the other cultists have like they've. I say cultists because they're dressed like cultists, but they are
Yeah.
members of House Grask.
Oh.
As they're like walking out and just like they like go outside with you, and like Canto's like make sure they're outside. Henrietta's just like, oh, yeah, that's fine. And like he's just like, honey, the body is a beautiful thing. You don't need to be shy. It's a beautiful, natural thing. And like he's starts casting a green spell over you as like a mist goes over your body. Yes, you wanted to say something? Feel free to talk. It's absolutely fine. Let me know if you feel any like pricking or pinching or anything going on.
Do I feel any pricking or pinching?
I feel like the thing is you don't feel anything, but like as you see the mist kind of like soak through your clothes onto your like skin, and you see it looks like shiny little sparkles, kind of like coming, like almost like glitter coming out of your hands. I said,
Right.
oh yes, there's a significant amount of kyber shards in there. Yes, they leave little bits of like fragments of themselves, which we need to. They sometimes escape into the bloodstream, so we need to extract that out of you. We need to like extract that there. They're drawn to magic, you understand. And just like, yes, right, okay, like massaging it out of your head. He like gets some. It smells like it's like a green liquid, but it smells like white flower oil. It's like putting it on your forehead, just like drawing it out there. Like, okay,
Whoa. That's a lot of shard sparkles.
yeah, on it, yeah. Well, you said it was like it was. How big was the kyber shard? Oh my,
Hmm.
that is quite a significant amount. Yeah, it does not surprise me that they leave this kind of amount there. But you should be okay as you're slowly working on the magic, drawing that out there. Pewter, you've stepped outside. You stepped outside with Kanto, and just going. Like, Henrietta did not. She started to leave, and it was like so. It's just Pewter, Nogu, and Kanto outside. As he looks at you like straightforward and says like, so he says, you have how are you? Can you tell me a bit more about what is going on? I feel if House Kanit seems like House Kanit is involved. It seems like undead are involved. I don't feel I'm going to get a straight answer out of my daughter or Otum. So if you could possibly share some information.
None of the houses are directly involved in what we are doing. They just happen to be former members of the houses.
Those
Medu
is
and Talvar.
Medu. Medu is also a member of the house.
He's member of a house, Vadalis.
Oh,
in the
he
name.
like not. I see. That explains the creature.
Yes.
That makes sense. They are experimenting with beige bed animals. That's good to know. Fascinating. Like, so, can you tell me? Yes.
Didn't say that.
Nogus is it. Yeah. Nogus is it. Well, it would be really helpful if we could, not be kind of. Kita, we really kind of need the help, If I could, I would help you as best I can, but this is becoming more difficult. But I should be able to get you out of here as long as no one knows that you have come here, which shouldn't really be in it, which shouldn't be a problem. At this point, suddenly you just like hear like someone's like running in at high speed. You see this little half orc with a quick feather in the hat, roguish kind of gears, just like urban camouflage, just like running into, just like, sir, I'm just, Mr. Torrin, yes, Amelia, what is it? And he's just like, well, so there is a mob with a representative of the sisters outside, and they want a conversation. You are currently the highest ranked person at the tower, so I was kind of like hoping you could do it. I have to have a conversation. I could get Otum. Nope. I'm not going to let Otum handle diplomacy again. Not after last time. Oh, still getting the pixies. Still getting the pixies out of the gutters. It's like good. He's like I apologize, and he like turns and he starts heading out. You guys happy? You guys are staying behind?
We'll
Watching
wait
the
for
door?
Talvar to recover.
Yeah.
Someone go find out. Sorry.
I will. I just wanted to do an insight check on Kanto and see how straightforward he is about everything so far.
Go for it. Is there anything specific you want to like?
When he was
test
asking about the
or, like,
houses, does his interest just seem kind of straightforward, or is there maybe like did he have something else going on in the back of his mind? That
Go for it. Insight check.
hold on, 14 plus 2, 16.
The vibe you got from him, like when he says all the other houses involved, is like a little bit of disdain for the other houses, but as opposed to like your two companions who like sort of have disdain as well for their own houses and like Dragon Mark houses in general. He seems like someone who like cares a lot about his own house, and he seems to be in a position of authority. So he like there's this kind of like caution and like worry about like other houses. Like other houses are going to mess with what's going on. As you know, they are one of the House Drask is one of the newest houses, and so there is a little bit of like chip on their shoulder, especially when the house Dennett. So it's like that was it, but also like that's like the immediate vibe. Like he's just very the same for the other houses, but you also get the vibe like there is a lot going on in this guy's head. He's thinking about a lot of things at a time.
Got it.
Like he's slow and he's like thinking like a lot of like what does this mean? How can this work? What's going on? Will this help or hurt the house? All this kind of stuff.
Do I hear anything from inside the room where Talvar is being worked on?
That depends on if Talvar can give me a Constitution saving throw.
4 plus 2, 6.
Okay, good. After like a moment of dust, he's like, okay, that's good. Now, next bit might trick a little bit. Peter, you hear this horrific sound of Talvar screaming.
Okay, I will re-enter the room.
Yeah, you can like see basically just like this huge little like blob basically coming out of like her head, like this big like sweat, and it's almost like being pulled out. As you realize, the screaming is not coming out of Talvar's mouth. It is like the blobby thing is screaming, and like it's just like coming out. It's almost like something with like a face is like coming out of her head. And it's like, okay, this isn't. This is. Oh, what a big, and like you look, and it looks like that face you see in your dreams. No, it's the other one. It's the you in your head.
What?
Remember, you saw the. You saw.
I remember.
Like there, and it's like, it is painful, but you're not the one. It is like very painful. It's like, but they're screaming. You can choose to scream if you want, but it is an extraordinarily painful process.
Yeah. Talvar is screaming too. And then as it's being removed and she recognizes who it is, she's like, fuck you. Just like a very sweaty, like hand raised, a middle finger to the thing that's being extracted from her head.
Yeah. The thing like lashes out at you and loses control of their head as it's just like squirming a little bit. And it's like the head, like the rest is just swirling little like blob of just like
I'm visualizing like the symbiote from Spider-Man.
Yes. But it's like it's forming a face. Yeah. It's very much like that. Okay, all right, okay, all right, okay. Oof, oh boy, okay. Can I get? Hey, can you get me a cage, please? Just like one of those. Like, okay, lovely. And just she brings over this like a glass.
I looked at it and I'm like, how do I kill it?
What the hell is it?
Well, let me figure out what it is. And, like throwing it into the glass cage.
Wait, you don't know what it is?
I want to seem all knowing and understanding to give a good impression, as someone who's like who's the papa of like the girl you're kind of into. But I genuinely have no idea. I have suspicions, a lot of suspicions, but I'm not 100%, and I will need to do tests on this thing.
Okay. All right.
But
is that everything?
Yeah, I think that was the biggest and last blockage. You should be okay now. You are like sweating, like it's like this was like an intense thing, and so you'll sweat through your linens, but otherwise, you feel a bit lighter. It's like kind of, and exhausted, like you went running, but otherwise, you feel okay.
I'll go up to Talvar and hold your hand and say, "You feeling okay now? A little better? Tired?"
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you still want to take drugs?
Peter, what is your problem?
Oh, she's back to normal, I guess.
It was being somewhat self-centered at the moment, but that's all right. We're going to figure that out later.
It's probably the crystals.
How is
Yeah.
it self-centered to ask if she still wants to take drugs?
You're wondering if she's going to be useful enough for you, for her to fix you when you are.
No, I think he's just concerned.
I understand. Maybe my.
I get up all sweaty like, and then I just wrap my arms around Peter. I'm like, I'm sorry.
Pewter stiffens at first when that happens. And like an awkwardly long beat later, he relaxes into your arms and he's like, I'm sorry too.
But the
We should-
apology module works.
I don't think there's an
Sorry.
apology module.
I'm deflecting with humor because I don't know how to deal with this.
We need to talk.
Yes. And then I let him go. You should get it out of your chest.
We might not have time for that. We have incoming problems.
Insight check. Does he not want to get it out of his chest?
I mean, you can do an insight check.
Yes. Make an insight check. What you get?
19
Whoa!
plus 5. That's a 24.
Yeah, Pewter is he's I think he's indifferent to the idea right now. He's genuinely worried about the thing that he saw Kanto run away to deal with. He's like, I think we just have to let going. If there is a way for him to, if it's affecting him, he will probably want it removed. He doesn't know if it's affecting him in a negative way.
Right. Like,
Pewter does know that he only started getting like dragon things after that.
Sure,
chug.
but that he doesn't see that as a negative. So it's a net win right now.
right. Like, I don't know, Peter. I think it's been messing. Like, I don't know how good it is to have a literal, like, shard inside of you. One shaped like the Dark Six, no less. I think you should get it out.
What if it's the only thing that's giving me something living to within me? Before this, I was just parts, and now maybe this is.
No. We talked about this. You're not just parts.
I'm literally just parts, and you just see like the robot.
Well, in that case, it's just an extra part.
Don't worry about it. You were making bad decisions even before it was there.
Yeah.
And truly, aren't we all just parts? Perhaps parts of one big whole. Like Henrietta's like, Dad, why? Papa, why? Why do you have to always speak up? They're having a moment. Oh, I thought we were having a moment. No, we weren't. Sorry, I like to be included. Carry on.
Wait, okay. Heart-touching apologies and reunions aside, what were you talking about, Peter? Is there some emergency?
Yeah. What do you mean we don't have time?
I heard Kanto run off because he got informed that there's people gathering outside. I think they might be for us.
We should
Well-
leave. Get to come on.
Well, maybe
Well,
we
yeah, I
can
don't-
figure out a way to make things better. Maybe we pay damages for the tavern or fix it, or I can go heal the people I hurt.
I'm sure they can heal themselves.
I don't think we should run away. I think we should take responsibility is all I'm saying.
The question is the punishment for responsibility the guillotine, or is it like community service? Because
Yeah.
I don't
And-
mind taking
yeah.
responsibility, but the consequence kind of need to match.
Yeah. And it's like, well, I'm sure, my dad's not going to try and let you guys get executed for this. I mean, I don't think it's going to be that. It's going to be that bad, really. Then you hear like a as you see like a little bird fly into the room, come in and like land on Henrietta's arm, turns around and then speaks in her dad's voice and says like, Henrietta, please bring your friends to the front door. we have come to an agreement with the local judge about how to proceed further. I have gotten them to not. I managed to talk them away from cannibalism, so I think we are on a good compromise.
There we
That was
go.
quick.
Oh,
Can Pewter stay? Could you get it out of Pewter's chest while we go?
Absolutely not. I am, even if it wasn't proprietary with House Canaan, I have no knowledge of working with Wolfwood. Like, listen, you are lovely,
I do.
you are living, you're a wonderful creature, and I'd love to get to know you. I do not trust myself to work on your machinery.
It's not.
Because I will not be able to
mine.
know I will not be able to know where
Right. What
the
if I
shard
help
begins
you?
and
What
ends.
if I help you? What if I guide you through the process of navigating his insights?
Potentially, if the problem upstairs is sorted, like they don't, and it's sorted fairly quickly, maybe we can work on something. We can see how it goes. But I
also,
do
right
think
now, yeah, you've just been through. Sorry. You've just been through a lot. You've just gone through a whole ordeal. Had something weird come out of your head, screamed for a bit.
it's still
And
screaming.
yes, but we should not be like dealing with another problem before the first one has had chance. Like,
That thing was an evil version of me inside my head.
what?
Yeah, it was talking to me.
Okay, that is far more concerning. I might need to get this crystal out. See, that is relevant information that really expands on my understanding of what's going on.
Yeah.
You had an evil,
Yeah.
you
Otis was like,
weird thing in you?
Otis
Yeah,
was
it was.
fascinating. Fascinating. Have you had any weird dreams with evil versions of yourself, Peter?
I haven't dreamt.
He's been a bit of a dick,
Interesting.
though.
Fascinating. Well, as I'm well aware, you do not need to. You do not need. It is not just machines who are dicks, and you do not need a Kyber shard to make one a dick. And she like looks off at the bird, which spoke with Kanto's voice.
Oh, we should go.
Yeah, we should go. Listen, we'll come back and we'll fix this.
I look forward to seeing you. I would love to talk to you. And grabs your hands together. Like I would really like to get to know you better. Especially, it's nice to know about my daughter's special someone. It's like, Papa, please, have some chill, please.
I will say to him, you should really listen to your daughter. She doesn't like you making her awkward, it seems. Odd that you keep ignoring her.
Put a hand on Peter's and say, the important thing about being a parent is to know how far you can go in making your child feel awkward. It is very important. It is part of rules. It is part of my programming, much like your programming is part of yours.
I do not understand any of this, but okay.
It is like, no one does. My papa's insane.
I thought we don't use that word around here. Okay, we should go.
Yeah. All right, and you guys are heading out, going out of the room, and like the bird like leads you further towards the front of the building where you guys came in. You come to this like a larger entrance hall. You stand underneath the symbol of the symbol of House Drask. Like come, just like moving in underneath it, which is another sec. TTD. Okay, and as you arrive, you can see this large crowd of people are all just standing there. You see a variation of different goblins, hobgoblins. There's like a lot of ogres who are there, who are standing there looking very annoyed, and just like two black trolls, just like huge things trolls dressed in black armor, looking down, like glaring at you, looking a bit taller than the ones you fought in the bar, in the tavern. And just like down there, much smaller. You see what looks like what you think is a dwarf for 1 second, but his skin is gray. As he's like looking at you, he's like in this like fancy looking armor. It looks like armor, but like it moves like cloth. As you think it's like armor as you look at it, he like touches a bit and it moves like cloth. As he like stands in front of you, and he says like, "Hi, I am Judge Valdon, representing the sisters. We have just come to an agree. We have just had a discussion with House Drask representative, Kanto Torn. And he's like, and you see Kanto's there, he's like nodding. He looks very solemn. And he says like, you have attempted murder on 2 of our citizens. You tried to burn down a bar. You incited successfully a kobold riot, which is currently ongoing. They are attempting to burn down a building, but they are trying to burn a stone building. So it is quite ineffectual, but that is something we are going to have to deal with for some time. Now, initially, we wanted to have the very lenient punishment of you being eaten by family members of the trolls, but as a request of House Drask, we decided to have more of a compromise.
Which is
A very fair trial in the Colosseum.
why did you say it like that? A very fair trial.
Oh, it's absolutely fair. Exactly. There is nothing more fair in Rome in proving your innocence through violence.
It's about right.
And everyone's
Would
like,
it be-
very fair, 100%.
Would it be right now or like tomorrow? Would the trial be right now or tomorrow?
It would be in about half an hour. We are ready to escort you there.
All right, so be it.
The 15 minutes of rest I got was not a long rest, right?
It was not a long rest. In fact, if you had woken up without the power of magic, you would have taken a level of exhaustion. But because he used greater restoration on you, you're actually fine, but you did not get a short rest.
Not even a short rest.
We're
With the
done.
I'm gonna
Yes.
die.
I look at my poor beaten up Cosmos on 5 hit points.
I'm at 14. I'm gonna die in 1 hit.
Do not-
Y-
yes, do not-
I look between them and I say, you say this is a fair trial, yes?
That is, of course.
And for it to be fair, we would have to fight as I'm sure our opponents would at our best capacity.
Or at least evenly
You
matched.
can like see
evenly
him like
matched.
stiffen up as you're like saying these kind of things, and like you see him clench his fist, and I can't just like, yes, that does sound more fair, isn't it? For the Colosseum, if everyone's fighting is that has a chance to rest and recover. I guess that's true. I guess that is true. Why, when we take you to the Colosseum, you will be given time to rest and recover, and we will provide you, make sure you are given satisfactory meals. And like House Trust, like, we will provide healthcare to these individuals out of our own costs, rather than force the great nation of Rome to pay for these accused criminals.
Yeah, you don't want us to tax
How-
your money on us.
And like everyone in the back saying, yeah, I hate taxes. Don't know what those are, but I don't like it. Yeah. And it's just like, how generous of House Trask. You're wonderful. Wonderful. Well then, let us move ahead and let us move forward. That. And like he like turns around, like the company just like
Can I do an
swishes
insight check just to be sure
around. On who?
on this asshole? How much of him being like, yeah, we'll take care of you, and you're right, this is fair. Like, was he
Go for
just
it.
hoping that he would get us while we're down?
Inside check.
18 plus 5.
He knew you guys were weak, and he was really hoping that you guys would just like think. And like you can see like the excitement for a show, but like he looks irritated, not just before the fact that you guys are gonna get some time to recover, but also that is like Kanto was just kind of arguing like politely and kind of made him, you and Kanto kind of like, and so it's not just you get recover. It's like you kind of like not contradicting, but kind of getting him into wordplay. And he's very angry at getting like thing. And like you, if you weren't on his shit list before, you are now definitely on shit. Before you were entertainment, you were like a target for him to get after. But now he really dislikes you guys.
Yeah.
But yeah, he wanted to see you. He wanted you to fight really badly injured.
Yeah. I say, so perhaps a night to rest, and then you can take us to the college.
That is too much. That's too much. Definitely not. No, the people demand to see blood. I mean justice. Yeah.
Right. Bloody
But we will
justice.
make
We
sure.
love that.
Yeah, that's like blood and justice. Woohoo! was like, no, we gotta pretend. Remember, when the humans are around, we gotta pretend we're only into justice. But I like blood too. Yes, we understand. You're a vampire. Can you just a little bit of chill? All right. As you just like see this very sad little Dampier on the back, not allowed to celebrate blood. And he's just and looking for and like just, we will do the best we can to help you recover as much as we can. And then he's like, passes it like, at least I could the best I can. Now and like he like motions for it, and like Henrietta says like, wait, why are they only like taking these guys? Like, we had a discussion. You're not going to be like part of. No, I was in the fight too. And like,
No, she wasn't.
Back, he went. And she was like, she looked like she said, but I do a big attack at like the door. I do like at least 2.
I will turn to Andrea and I'm like, stop trying to become part of this. Stop
Does anybody else? I turn.
Yeah, I don't either. She keeps trying to be part of the group. She's not part of our group.
Wow.
No, that's not.
Sorry,
Kanto
I don't
like
out loud there, by the way.
Kanto like said, see, you're not part of the group. Now. And I said, wait, but and I just like, go inside. Go inside now. And you can see like the 2 black troll gods come around and they like put their like large spears, which are basically like tree trunks that they've added a pole at the end. Just like bring it down, separating you guys from Henrietta. Just like and like motion for you to go.
Wait. Is Nogu involved?
Yeah, Nogu's with you guys.
Oh man.
He's underage. How is this?
Yeah.
He didn't do anything. He in fact he incapacitated me by putting me to sleep. He helped you.
Yeah, he's
part of this.
There's reports that he used entanglement during the fight on your side. Druidic magic on that side. You can hear like Felton is like shouting this back. As like, yes, all of you. And as we are well aware, we have adjusted in regard to monster law, the age of culpability has been adjusted to the lowest common denominator, which, as we are all aware, are goblins who are able to be charged, of being accused as an adult at the age of 1.
That tracks. I'll say, but surely the person who tries to stop a fight isn't responsible for the fight. Nogu also did not partake or cause any direct damage to anyone involved. If anything, he prevented people from getting more aggressive.
Yeah, and if I recall correctly, the entangle was meant for us so that we wouldn't attack. And I'll try to deceive them.
Oh, okay. Give me a deception check. Okay. Deception or performance. You're like trying to make like a big show, or you can do deception. It's your call.
Oh wow. Roll high.
I have a +1, so that's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Like you could like say like you're like saying this. Felton looks at that and like, no, wait, no, guys, you need me. You can't like.
I fucking deathglare Nogu. Like you're absolutely not getting involved in
that. I like, and Felton said, yes, I think that is fair. I think we should give some credit. I mean, he was only trying to help. Wait, no, hey, don't do this. And like a big troll like picks him up on like the back. Like, wait, no, I'm part of the thing. I'm just as guilty as anyone. And like puts him on like the other side of the trunk and just like drops him down. Like, very rudely, but not enough to hurt him. And just like they just say, like, now come.
I yell out to Henrietta. Can you please take care of Nogu while we're gone?
Yeah, we'll be back.
We'll make sure he's okay. Don't worry, we're gonna come to the Colosseum and make sure everything's okay. And he says, yes, everyone can come to the Colosseum and watch from the stands. Be a part of the jury for the greatest justice system in the world, the Colosseum. And you hear like maniacal laugh as you guys are led all the way to the Colosseum. In the Colosseum, you guys see this. You guys saw the exterior of it when you guys came in. This like huge, tall building, and like as you come in closer, you see, as opposed to like the rest of this place, which is like most of the place around here is like made of stone or like made of trees. This one is a mixture of like stone pulled from the mountain with bones. Large bones have been like placed. These beautiful ivories formed in here. Formed on the outside. It's a shining example as you like come in here. These large gaping holes that look very much like it's been designed. The arches almost look like the eyes of half a skeleton, like half a skull, as it's just like you're walking in there. You see the eyes of it, as well as like almost like an open. The gate almost looks like teeth. You are like brought into the Colosseum and taken into the side entrance. As you walk in, you see the lower entrance is like covered in sand, which you can see a group of troglodytes are just like shifting away blood red sand and like tilling it with fresh one. As you guys are brought in by these like trolls, and also Kanto. Kanto came with you guys, and it was like keeping an eye on things. And you feel like if Kanto wasn't here, like there was a mob who was there, and it looks like they would have done stuff. And you know that things could have happened, but like Kanto's like glaring as it's not happening. It's like bringing you in to like a quiet area, bring you down to set of stairs into the what's called the defendant's area, which is a cell. It is basically a large cell with a big like white ivory gate, and you guys are in there with Kanto. There's like basic bedroll, which he had to ask for you guys to rest, and he says like, "Well, we have about just over an hour. You should get some rest. What ailments do you guys? If there are any additional ailments that you have, perhaps I can try and help you recover." And his hands glow with some form of druidic magic.
I'm just really damaged.
Yeah, so am I.
Yeah, you guys will have the benefits of a short rest. Is there any other things you want him to help you with?
I don't have. I used quite a bit of my magic, and I rely on it. I can gain some of it back, but not enough to survive a fight. If you can't help with that, I understand. It's a tricky.
It is a bit difficult. We study different. We reach to fate in different ways. I do not follow your god. He stops and he thinks about it. What can he do? What weapon do you fight with?
I fight with this mace, and I show him the mace that I carry around.
Let's see. He like looks at it as you're just, and like he says, "Let me try and do something." And like he takes like the mace, and just like starts to like glow as you see like vines wrap around it, form down these large vines. Takes this like forms a little bit like spikes around it, and he's just like, "If I cannot improve you, I can try to improve your weapon." It is until you take a long rest. It is a +1 magical mace.
Oh shit! Nice. That frees up something. I would like to use my ability. I can harness divine power, so I have channel divinity left, and as a bonus action, I'll regain 1 expended spell slot.
Yeah. You also remember something that Otum was like saying, like, as long as you know, if you don't reach for that power, it will dissipate. As she said, like a lot of it's gone.
Yeah.
But you do know that, like, most of it is dissipating. But if you did try and reach for that power, it's kind of like slipping back, but it would give you potentially the equivalent of another channel divinity.
I won't use it.
Okay.
I will also I also have the blessing of the forge. I turn to Medu and I can boost one of your weapons, same as you've done mine, or your armor. Who needs it the most?
One.
So I can give you a +1 magical item or a +1 +1 weapon or a +1 armor, if anybody wants.
Give it to Edo.
I mean, Cosmos is going to be helping me fight, so I'll do a little bit of damage, but I think armor might be a little bit more helpful.
For you? Yeah. And I'll use the blessing of the forge and I'll call upon the power of Onatar. and
It like the energy glows without any of those like cracks that you were expecting, that you're kind of like used to, or like any of those like weird purple marks. It looks like the light of Onata.
The signal's good.
Perfect. I think that's all I can do for you guys today.
That's great, though.
I
So
don't
now-
have any second level spell slots. I have 3 first level spell slots.
So currently my armor is increased by 1, right?
Yes.
What is the way to write this temporarily? I don't want to forget and then like put my armor at.
Let me see if I can help with that. Open 12.
You won't be able to because I'm not using D&D Beyond. I have my own sheet now.
Maybe you can give yourself like a temporary item that gives you +1 AC or something, and then delete it after the spell wears off. I don't know what you're using to do this.
I'm just using a PDF because this is not available on D&D Beyond yet.
Okay, then use your maybe put it in brackets, like the new value.
Yeah, I've just done that. So, well, I mean, I can. I look at Canto and I'll be like, I can probably handle myself right now, but Cosmo's really badly hurt, and I don't think they're going to exempt him from the fight either.
No, and it wouldn't be fair. No beast heart should fight without their companion. I mean, like, reaches into his belt. Something wrong? You're making a face as if you don't know that word.
No, I'm like, what is this word? I mean, beast heart?
It's more. They are very. The beast heart is not necessarily like akin to a class. It is something of a calling. When someone has created a bond with a creature, it's very common. I've seen it in the Shadow Marches. Some who are very in tune with the animal, some who've grown with them in time. A specific one will bond with them. I know my master was bonded with an owl bear, for example. They are rare and powerful. I think they even exist in the Valinor plains. Those halflings who tie very closely to their dinosaurs. But I am not an experienced in the beast heart, but I recognize the signs. The Shadow Marches would have more. There are people who are more trained in that, although the method you've used seems different, less druidic. But I recognize the sign. I recognize the bond, how important it is. And he pulls out some berries from his like belt, and he like gives it to Cosmo, who like eats it and just like these will help speed up recovery. By the time the hour is up, he should be all well. Before you're about to fight, he should be as recovered as he can be. He does notice like the missing wing. Yeah, as he says that.
But that's great, thank you. You're right. Cosmo and I've gone back a long way, though. This connection between us seems a little newish, but it's probably just we've been together for nearly most of our lives, so
that's good. It's important to treasure the bond you have. It's what will keep you survive when things get tough. We looked at Peter as like, anything I can do to help you? No.
I'm going to roll some dice for myself.
So Cosmo, you don't need to roll for. Cosmo's going to be like, I'm going to feel like he got like his hit points back. Everyone else, short rest. Roll your hit dice. As many as you wish to use.
I used all 3.
Yeah.
And I went from 9 to 27 out of 30. So I'm doing
29 out
okay.
of 30. If I die by 1 hit point.
Right? You add con, right, for every hit dice?
Yes, a con to, I think to every dice.
Okay.
Also, my spell save DC is 10 plus proficiency plus wisdom, right?
I believe so.
Okay, so it should be 15. I don't know.
No,
why
your
it
spell
says
save DC is 8 plus proficiency, sorry.
Oh, 8.
Yeah, the 13 is correct.
Oh, then it's 13 is correct.
Yeah, you are only level 3.
Oh, that is true. I'm used to like a 15.
Also, a really high rolled character with fucking broken ass stats.
So Shubham, what did you heal your cat? Did you roll
Yeah, I
his
got
dice?
29 out of 30. So
That's good. Pretty
I'm
good.
good.
All right. And Maidu, how are you doing?
I'm good. I still have one hit die left, so and I'm full.
All right. The hour is up. You guys are brought out. You guys are brought outside, into the large costume, and you can like see, in the stand, sitting in all these seats, there are all kinds of creatures. You can see gargoyles, harpies, trolls, ogres. You see
Wow.
small goblins up in the front row, like screaming and shouting. You can also see a bunch of little kobolds, in chains. Like they've all tied on chains, but like they look like they've all like got placards that say "We love you, sir," and like they've spelled pewter in various ways, none of them correct. As
That
they're
is
just like cheering.
impressive, to be honest.
One of them just threw a disco ball to show that thing. You can like see one very tired ogre who's like holding the end of the chain and just like shaking his head at having to like babysit this little show.
Oh.
Yeah, but yeah, this is happening. And just like in the there is up in the top, there's like this extended area which is sort of like the VIP seating, where it's just like 3 large seats are there. These large, like carved out of wood, carved out of stone, carved out of what looks like hands, which is very just like up there, but they are empty. These 3 like seats are just like sitting there, and they're just standing in the very front of it. You see the little dwarvish figure, completely bald, and little like the Felton, the man that you met before. He just like said, "Yes, hello, our jury," and like the audience like applauds themselves. Woo!
Yes.
They're all like doing this. The audience is just like excited. They're all like doing like they're all like clapping. They're all like applauding. And so like, our jury, you have a very important discussion choice to make. You can see these 4 criminals. Points at all of you, including Cosmo. And there's like a boo and a few yays
Yeah.
before they realize they should be booing. Oh right, criminals are bad. Boo. They are guilty of arson. That's setting things on fire. Ooh, boo. As on like murder. Someone who of like retirees. Oh, that's bad. And it's like, yes, the things they've done are bad. Okay, we're not supposed to do these things anymore. So when they do it, because they are foreigners. Boo, foreigners. Boo. Like
We didn't murder him.
even the horse. And like, yes, even the horse.
What?
they've all done terrible. Like, listen, they've all done very bad things, and now they have to prove. They're going to try and prove to you guys that they didn't by going up against the prosecutor. And it says like, did somebody call for the prosecutor? And like the gates on the other side open up, and you just see, with a he on top of him, he has a little suit. You see this ogre with little glasses, just like little like coming in, like standing in there, just like this jacket that's way too tight. Comes in with like shorts that are just like they've been cut. They were pants originally, but they've been like cut down. Massive quads. He's like coming in like barefoot sandals as they're coming in. He has a little bit of a brief. He has like a large briefcase at his size. That's like, did somebody call for the prosecutor? Opens up the briefcase. Huge sword comes out of the briefcase and says like, yeah, who's ready to adjudicate? Like, adjudicate. And like everyone is just like cheering, like, yes. And whoever is like, come on, our loyal audience. For of course, the greatest exciting thing you're ever going to see in the Colosseum. Legal debates. Boo. With violence. Violence. As like the gates shut down behind you, close down behind him. As the announcer like, all you have to do is prove your innocence to the crowd, and of course survive. And the bells begin to be like, court is in session. Next week.
Oh.
I feel like the DM enjoyed that too much.
I love these guys so
This
much.
is so great.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love your characterization of Drome so much, Rag. It's
Yeah.
amazing how much life you've managed to breathe into like this world. It's incredible.
Yeah, I mean, they got to a point like this is how civilization is, right? This is how humans everyone does the court, right? They got it
Sounds
right.
about right to me, man. That sounds about right.
Oh my
Yes.
god.
This
Well-
is exactly how the process works.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much, everybody, for joining us tonight. If you stuck around, thank you. Please, if you had a good time, like, subscribe.
And if you didn't have a good time, that's okay. Come back next
Yeah.
time. Maybe we'll die, and that will be more
Yeah.
entertaining. Who knows?
Yeah. Leave an objection in the comments. Let us know
Yeah,
how much
may-
why
just
you had a
engage.
bad time.
Just engage.
You're on.
That's all.
Yeah, court is in session, so object. As
Leave all the Ace Attorney gifts
Sustained.
that you find.
All of them. We need to see all of them. All the
Uh,
yeah.
All right. Before we
All right.
lose the 2 lawyers that we have on the chat.
Woohoo.
By the way, 350 subscribers.
Hey.
Hey! All right.
Okay.
Thank you so much for
Good job.
subscribing today, guys. And generally, unlike
Yeah,
Alaka,
well-
who's not subscribed to us.
We're
I
so grateful to have all. We're so grateful to have all our subscribers, especially Alaka. You make us all feel very special.
I feel like the moment the campaign ends, Alika's going to unsubscribe.
Of course.
No,
Yo,
don't make us
it's
go
not
back to
Alaka,
page 29. I just got used to it.
Amazing.
Okay, I'm going to go to
Alright.
end screen. Peace out, people.
Bye.